What do you want? You can't get your cat. You can't. You can't be in this right now. Look, fat girl. Look at that belly. Look it. You can't be in the shot. Get out of here. I paid off my car loan. Can you believe it? It was a 6-year mistake that I didn't start correcting until 3 years in. And I'm so ecstatic right now because I paid off my car loan. Welcome back. My name's Chanel Nicole, and this is At Nicole's Place. I figured for this Wednesday's talk, I'd talk about something a little bit more personal to me because I just completed this goal. It just happened in the last month or so, and I'm excited. I'm excited about it. So, just to give a little background, this was the first car loan that I had ever been upside down on before. I had my first car when I was younger. I mentioned that 1994 Ford Aspire. My parents helped me with the deposit, but I paid all the monthly payments and had the car paid the car insurance and everything until the car was paid off. But because it was like a rinky-dink like car dealer, corner car dealer lot, it was supposed to go on my credit score to show that I had paid it, but it never did, and I wasn't tripping. I was, what, 19? I don't even remember how old it was. That was young. It was my first car. And so I had another car after that one. That one just it was just time to upgrade. So over time, you know, life happens, you get a new car. This one, though, is bittersweet because it has bad memories mixed with it. And good ones because now I've paid it off. But this one is related to my car accident, the second car accident that I got into. I literally got the car, which was brand new at the time in 2016, and the next day someone hit me and my car was done. It should have been totaled, but because the dealership had a recall, there was a recall out on the airbags. They didn't fix it before they sold it to me, and they didn't tell me about it to get it fixed either. And so when I got in the car accident, the airbags did not deploy. So my car should have been totaled because I hit my head. And when I say I hit my head, I had never experienced this type of pain before in my life. I was like, oh my goodness, like, what is this? But anyways, I had taken a trip with my family, my mom, my daughter, and myself, and we were heading to Florida because I was going to do a 5K run. And on the way there, my old car, the transmission just decided to go out. And that's a whole story on its own. I might tell that one a different time. But this was like a series of unfortunate events that occurred. So that happened. I got a new car out of pure panic. I knew better. Don't ever buy a new car. Don't do it. I knew better. One of my good friends was a car dealer and always told me, never buy a new car. I knew better. But when you're trying to fix your circumstance and you're in panic and people are taking advantage of that on top of it, you end up making stupid decisions sometimes. So I got the new car. We stayed the night in South Carolina, I believe. And then on the way back, we're entering the highway. We had to go on the on-ramp to get into to the new highway. And as we're doing that, we're still on the on-ramp. This guy comes from nowhere who was on the highway, crosses over a lane, and goes into the on-ramp and slams the crap out of us. Slams the back. And I took the brunt of the accident because I was on the driver's side. So he hit us on the back driver's side, the corner of the car. And when he hit us, his car flipped and landed upside down. My car was pretty badly damaged, but I was able miraculously to somehow, after we got hit, it was like a movie, when everything slows down. it's really like going fast, but it felt like everything had slowed down for like for some time. And we were looking at each other like, did we just get hit? And I'm laughing now because it's funny when I tell the story back. But at the time, clearly it was not. Nobody was laughing. My daughter was in the car. Everybody was okay. I started screaming after I got over the initial shock that I was actually hit. And then I started screaming because I realized that my head was injured. I hit my head somewhere around here. And then my shoulder was burning pretty bad from the seatbelt getting jolted. And then, but because I started screaming, I was like, oh, my head, my head. My daughter started screaming, and she was what? How old was she at that time? She was 3. I want to say 3, and she still remembers this accident. So, the ambulance came, they took us to the hospital, and, everybody checked out. I didn't walk away with no injuries, but I did walk away, without significant injuries. And so it took almost a month or two for them to even fix my car. There was over $12,000 in damage in the car. So that just gives you an idea how much damage was on the car and that it should have been totaled. And then, so I didn't even have like the 3-day window or whatever it is for you to realize that you've made a mistake and turn it back, because it took over a month for me to even get the car. And I probably should have pushed it at the time, but my life was in straight chaos at this time. And I was like, whatever, I'm just trying to survive. I'm trying to just survive the cards that life is sending me. So at the time too, I was just like, let's deal with everything else. And then 2018, going into 19, I believe. I don't know if my dates are right, but if I have time, I'll write down in the descriptions the correct dates. But I want to say it was 2018, the end of 2018 going into 19. That year I got hit with a lot of medical bills, and I was like, I can't do this anymore. It was 2019. I got bills from injuries of my own. I got a hospital bill from having to take my daughter to the emergency room. And then for allergies, and she has no allergies. So this is just like gives you an idea of a series of events that just kept occurring during this time. And then, so when I got those unexpected bills, because literally on the East Coast, things are different. Like on the West Coast, you go to the hospital, they're sending you a bill within 30 days. We had injuries in June, in the summertime, and they didn't send me bills until Christmas. And I was like, what the heck is this? And at the time when I say I was broke, I was broke. I was making less than $50,000 a year. I had this $30,000 car loan, and I'm making less than $50,000 a year. I'm a single mother, and I'm paying for my child's daycare on top of every other normal bill that you have, utilities, insurance, phone bill, groceries, everything else. So when I say I was just surviving financially, I was just surviving. And I was like, I can't do this anymore. So one day I got curious. I was like, I wonder how millionaires live, their daily life. Like, just what is their normal routine? Curiosity. And as I started to do that, I started to get research. More research was coming up, and different people were coming up. And Dave Ramsey was one that popped up, and I started listening to his testimony, and I started listening to his program. And I was like, you know what? I have to do something, because I cannot live like this anymore. And I prayed. Then I prayed, and I said, Lord, do not bless me with anything else financially in my life until I learn how to maintain what it is that you've given me. Like, who says a prayer like that? It's not often. I don't know anybody that said a prayer like that, but that's what came to my spirit. I said, do not bless me with anything else until I learn how to maintain and manage what you have given me. And after that, I put myself on a budget. I looked at my statements, looked at what all I was spending. I looked and saw what I could cut out. I turned off the cable. I turned off anything that I could turn off. And then I literally sat down and wrote out a budget. And it took a couple of months. And when I say it took a couple of months, and I literally had $5. Like, after I paid everything, this is not even saving money for myself, because that's how broke I was. I had $5 left over. And then that's what I would just put to the side. So, and I did that for months. And next thing I know, I got a pay increase. And then within a month or two later, I got another pay increase. And I still was consistent. I paid my budget until I started with, I did follow the lowest to highest for Dave Ramsey. There were things about the program that I was like, okay, I don't think this really works for me. So I made some adjustments. Like, I didn't do, I tried cash envelopes in the beginning. I had a lot of them. And then I realized that did not work for me. And so I had to reduce the amount of cash envelopes I had. And then, so I just had like basic, like groceries. What else did I have? Because this was so long ago. Groceries. I had, my registration, my car registration, things like that I knew I had to pay all the time. I tried a gas envelope, but it didn't work for me because I had she was 3 at the time. And so I really didn't like having to go to the gas station, get her out of the car, put her back in the car just so I could go pay cash. So for that, I would use my debit card instead of my, instead of cash. And then from there, I just was consistent. So I got the 2 pay raises, and then next thing I know, I get a new job. And when I say the Lord basically almost doubled my income from what I was making originally to the next level. And all I could do was thank the Lord. Like, thank you. Because I took the time to discipline myself and to get dedicated to, my kitty has decided to join the conversation. This is my raspberry. she likes attention. She loves attention. Because of that, it changed my complete life, and I'm so thankful and grateful. And so this is a very exciting time for me that I paid my car note. You see the smile on my face, because this was a heavy burden on me. And I thought at different times during when I was going through this, and I had, eventually I found somebody that was like a financial accountability person for me. I found out that they were also doing the Dave Ramsey program. And I was like, okay, now I have somebody I can talk to, because what I found when I first started doing this program, so many people had negative comments that weren't encouraging. Like, when you tell people that you're trying to get out of debt, that you don't want to be bound by somebody else, like somebody else tell you what you can do financially, or somebody else, like, come and say, I'm going to take your car because you didn't pay your car note. I'm going to come get it. Like, nobody can tell me that they can come take my car now, because it's mine. I own the title. And so I had to not talk to so many people. Like, you learn real quick in life. Like, you cannot tell everybody your business. Like, don't tell them. Just do it. And then when you accomplish it, or they see, like, you don't seem like you're struggling, they'll ask you, like, what are you doing? Because I see you seem like that you're fine now. And then you can say, oh, drop a little couple nuggets on them and tell them, oh, well, this is what I did. So I found my accountability partner. I was telling them, this is what I'm doing. I would ask questions, and I would say, I'm thinking about selling my car. Like, I think I should really sell my car, because this payment is killing me. Like, out of all the debts I had, this was one of like the highest payments. And this is killing me if I just get rid of this payment. So I really weighed was it better for me to keep the car, or what, should I sell it? Because, you know, Dave Ramsey would say, you need to sell that car. You have too much of your money going towards that. I can't remember what the percentages are, but he says so much percentage. You know, if you're paying this much, then that's too high. You need to get rid of it. But I was a single mom. It's a brand new car. There was nothing wrong with it. Even to this day, I still haven't had any major issues with it. I've had to do normal stuff like change tires, things like that. It has almost 100,000 miles on it now. And I'm glad that I didn't sell the car. Get out of here, Raspberry. I'm glad that I didn't sell the car. But because of that, it was a sacrifice because the payment was high. And I do believe had I sold it, I could have got out of debt a little bit sooner. And even now, I'm not completely done. This is just another milestone in my financial journey. So, but it would have helped me pay off some of my other debt faster. So you have to do what works for you. I'm thankful that I found the program. It did help me. It helped me to pay off. I paid off a lot of debt, and I will continue to still pay off the debt in some form of fashion using that program. But there, like I said, there was some things I had to change to adjust to my household and what's best for my household, and talking to the Lord and getting direction. So I just want to encourage you that it is possible to pay off your debts. It is possible for your financial circumstance to change, but you need to look at what you're doing. Pay attention to your statements. Reconcile your account. You know, you have to keep record of what you're spending, and find people around you that are like-minded. I've said that before in my other video, but you have to find people who are like-minded, because if nobody's growing around you, nobody's going to be growing, including yourself. So somebody always has to be advancing to the next step, always maturing, always getting educated, you know, for the better. When somebody else is moving, it makes you want to move too. It's a motivation. So you can get out of debt. If you need help, you can always reach out to me. I'm perfectly fine with doing some type of consulting program, helping you set up a budget and talking to you about it. You can reach out to me. My contact information. Raspberry, you were in violation, cat. She's throwing stuff. Don't play with the pins. She's throwing stuff. Anyways, you can contact me. My contact information will be in the description below. It's possible. I did it. So can you. So thanks for watching. I'm thankful for this time, and I hope you have a blessed day. Like I always say, I'm out.